Hey, welcome back, teachers. So we've customized our Google Classroom. We have our own personal theme. We have our profile set up, and we're now ready to jump into setting up the classroom itself. So we're going to start off today talking about these three different pieces here: Stream, Students, and About. Starting off with the Stream portion, there are two segments: announcements and assignments. Now, these are pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to go ahead and dive into them and set them up so that you can see what it looks like from the inside. Now, announcements are obviously announcements you want to make within the class, things possibly that are coming up, and this is where you're going to house all of your announcements within that particular class. So we're starting off the first week, so I might put in welcome to my class, and you have several different options down here. You can attach a file or upload a file from your computer. You can attach something from your Drive account, which is really just an umbilical cord that leads to your Drive account. Next is YouTube. If you want to drop a video in, hey, let's say you make a custom video that is welcoming your students into the class, and you post it up on YouTube, or you just find something out there that relates to your class, you can go to this button right here, upload a video from YouTube. And finally, last but not least, is a live link. If you want to just drop a link that leads to a website, you can always use this. Now, the power behind this is after you choose what you'd like to attach. For example, I'm going to go ahead and attach something from my computer. So I'm going to select from my computer. Now, you can always just drag the file in too, but I'm going to select something, and let's say I want to start off by dropping my chemistry syllabus in there on the first day. So I'll go ahead and select on that. And again, teachers, what's amazing about Google Classroom, it takes Word documents and just converts them. So it's pretty awesome. We hit upload, and there we go. The chemistry syllabus is now part of my first announcement, which is called Welcome to Class. And what we can do over here, this is a really powerful feature. If that syllabus might apply to more than one class, you can come over here and actually highlight those classes that syllabus might apply to. So if you teach all of the same classes, for example, you might want to click on all the classes. What it will do is duplicate this announcement in all of those classes. So I just have the advanced chemistry class and my other chemistry class. So I'm going to go ahead and select those two. I'm going to hit post over here, and there we go. It'll now post to both of those classes. As you can see, chemistry syllabus document is right here. Students can access it. And if I come over here, I can always edit or delete it later on. Now, you can add comments down here at the bottom if you want to add some special instructions to that announcement. You can always come down here as a teacher and add those announcements or comment. Now, the next piece is the assignments piece. Let's go ahead and click on that and take a look at what that looks like. So for assignments, again, kind of self-explanatory. This is where you're going to put your assignments that you want students to turn in or access. And I'm going to go ahead and do an example assignment. So I might put chemistry assignment, and this is going to be the first assignment that my students receive. Again, description. You can put a description of what the assignment is. Here is where you want to put the due date. This is really important. If you just by clicking on it, you can choose the due date. So I want to make it for the 28th, give them a few days to take a look at the assignment, and you even have the choice of adding the timestamp on there. Now, again, you're going to have these four choices here at the bottom to include in your assignment. So again, I'm going to choose to attach a document. This is going to be a worksheet that I want students to fill out and turn in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, select from my computer, and I'm going to choose the chemistry homework assignment. This is just a series of questions I want my students to answer on that first day, and hit upload. So there we go. As you can see, chemistry homework, the document has now been uploaded. And the feature I really want to highlight is right over here. Students can view the file. You have a choice for students to be able to edit the file, or this is probably one of the most powerful pieces right here, make a copy for each student. So by clicking on make a copy for each student, this will drop that duplicate assignment in all of their Drive accounts so that they can work on the assignment and they can manipulate and edit the assignment on their own and have their own virtual copy, or should I say digital copy. Okay, so I'm going to have all my students, I want them to access this and I want them to be able to turn it in. So I'm going to click on make a copy for each student. And then finally, come over here and click Assign. So this will actually kick a copy out to every student, duplicate it, and put it into their Drive account. And there we go. It's now assigning that to all of my students. Okay, as you can see, it says chemistry homework down here. It also has the due date is Friday, August 28th. Now this is going to tell me how many students have accessed that assignment, and it'll tell me how many are finished and how many are not done. Later on, we'll talk about some other scripts or add-ons within Google like Flubaroo, which are just amazing tools where students can go in and work on an assignment or a form, and it will auto-grade it for you and send it back to you. That's a little bit more advanced feature, and like I said, we'll talk about that further on down the road. But that pretty much covers both the announcements piece and the assignments piece. The next tab I'd like to talk about is the Students tab. Now, right now, as you can see, teachers, I do not have any students. So again, we're looking at this as if it's the first week of school. I haven't actually assigned or brought in any students or invited students into my class. So what you're going to want to do is get this class code and distribute it to all the students in your classes. And then as they join up, they will populate right here under the Students tab. There's a lot of functions and features within the Students tab, and we'll actually revisit this later on because right now I do not have my students uploaded or invited into my class. Bouncing back to Stream, you'll always see the class code down here in the left-hand corner. And what it will allow you to do down here is reset that class code at any time, or also it has the feature of disabling your class code in case you have all of your students invited and you're ready to go ahead and just shut down that class code. Now finally, last but not least, we're going to talk about the About feature or tab within Google Classroom. And the About tab is really the vault. I call it kind of the vault where you're going to store different pieces of information that you want all of your students to be able to access throughout the year. What I want to do first is go ahead and I always like to edit and name this. So I like to call this my chemistry vault. Now you can put a class description here and even the room number. And then what's going to happen is once you save this, this is again an area where students can access notes throughout the whole year. So some different examples that I like to personally put into my vault is something like the syllabus or class notes that they're going to be taking throughout the year, journaling, a lot of different examples. This is materials again that students, you want them to access it throughout the entire year. And what happens is once you go ahead and build that, it's going to create that folder, or that folder is already created, should I say, within your Drive account. So if you click on Advanced Chemistry Period 5, as you can see, it's going to bounce right into your Drive account. And in there, I have populated the chemistry homework document, the templates, the worksheets, everything is within here, and the students can access all of this throughout the year at any time. This is where they'll go to download maybe homework that they missed, or an assignment, or like we said earlier, the syllabus. This is kind of the vault where teachers, as an educator, you want to store all of your materials. Okay, jumping back in to the About, you can also add on to this by just simply clicking Adding Materials and putting a title to it. So I might want to just make it obvious that my syllabus is right here in the About tab under the vault. So I'll type in syllabus. I'll go ahead and I can attach it. For this time, let's go ahead and use my Drive account because I know I have the syllabus in there. So I'll just go ahead and double click my syllabus and hit post. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, now this is an area where my students can come and access the syllabus throughout the year, download it, and turn it in. So those are just a few of the features and some of the functionality within Google Classroom. I always tell teachers and educators, play with it. You can't break it. You can fix virtually anything within Google Classroom. Just have fun with it. Thanks and have an awesome day.